Hello, viewers. Hello, listeners. This is Maxton Radio coming all the way to you from Buruburu. And we are the team that always delivers to you in regards to controversial truth. So, welcome you to our program today on controversial truth. As usual, we bring you topics that are enticing, exciting, that bring the reality and the truth out. Last time we were talking about the Wajakoya Manifesto. It was powerful. It was great. I'm a VP, my brother.
I thought that one was a very good one because the Wajakoya topic kept on trending over time. But today, I want to believe we have a very different thing from Wajakoya and the manifesto things. I'm just ready for something new out of the blues.
Thank you. Thank you so much. As usual, it is me, I, Mr. Max, with my brother,
Charlton, Tony Maxton.
Yeah. And we are ready to bring you a new topic on the controversial truth. Today, we are talking about do not, don't, never, don't even think of it. Don't go through your partner's phone. This is the topic for the day today, and this is the controversial truth. Bro, do not look into your partner's phone. What's your take on this?
My brother, I don't know what kind of partner you mean because we have so many types of partners. We have business partners, we have life partners, we have wives, we have boyfriends and girlfriends. Which partner are you talking about?
I would say each and every partner, but let's narrow it down to your spouse. Do not look into your spouse's phone.
By why not?
Don't.
Why not?
You know, let me tell you,
Yes.
That's why this is called the controversial truth. And
Yes.
this is the truth about this issue. Looking into your spouse's phone already raises eyebrows. Why would you look into it? Don't you trust him? What do you want from, or what are you seeking in that phone? Why didn't you just ask it from him?
Are you asking me? If you're asking me why I don't trust him, it's not a him, it is a she. So maybe we'll change that trajectory.
I'm putting it in general because as we interact here in the studio,
Yes.
we also expecting the viewers to come in. So
Okay.
whichever partner that you have, she, he, don't you trust him or her?
I think this,
And if there is anything you need from the phone, kwa nini hujamuuliza? Ungemuuliza tu, I need this. Why would you?
First, I will say that it's not about like don't check your partner's phone or don't go through your partner's phone.
Yes.
Because once you become partners, and it's good that you've narrowed down to spouses,
Yes.
and it depends the level of spousing that you're doing.
Yeah.
Because others are not serious with their spousing. But if you are serious with the relationship,
Yes.
you are intimate, you trust each other, and there is love, it is free. Like you respectively check the phone. It is not about like you hide, you playing the hide and seek for you to check the phone.
What would you be seeking? What would you be checking that phone?
Smartphones have a lot of things that we might share. For example, the other day I was just on a holiday and we were actually taking photos with both phones. So at the time when we are seated down, we will go back and start perusing through our phones, and I don't see any problem with that.
You would peruse without each other knowing?
No, your question was that your controversial topic is that do not go through your partner's phone.
Yes, don't grow. Just avoid it.
Why?
Simply because the moment you go through, let me use myself as an example.
Yes.
You pick my phone and you start going through it without my knowledge.
Yes.
If I find you doing that, how will I think about it? Because I didn't know you're even doing this. You didn't even ask me. I even don't know what you are checking in that phone.
Then
And then I just find you doing that. What would you explain to me you are doing?
Then this brings us to a question whether when we come together, the things that we have, the things that we've collected, does it mean that we have a boundary that this is yours and this is your
we
this is
we we
husband's,
we
this
are
is
we are
wife's?
not talking about properties. I'm just talking about
It
this
is part
gadget.
of possessions.
This gadget.
It is part
this
of
gadget.
possessions.
Let me
You
tell
see-
you.
you
Wacha
see-
wacha ngoja kidogo. Wacha nikwambie. Even if you ask those people ambao wamewed, mi na wed very soon. I'm planning. Ukiuliza wale watu wamefanya harusi, watakwambia during the time of counseling, before they wed, they are always encouraged not to get involved with their partner's phones.
Now that is where the problem starts, because
Okay.
once you've been advised in that area, you've been told that you are not able to, you're not supposed to access your partner's phone, then you come into the marriage with that mindset. And you see, mindset is a very powerful tool. So once you've been given that kind of illicit information, you'll not be able to actually.
No, it's a matter of just
it will be negative. Anytime that you go to check your partner's phone, then it will
it's
be
a matter
negative.
of trust. It's a matter of trust. If you trust me,
Yes,
okay?
yes.
If you trust me
Yes,
and you truly believe in me
Yes.
as your spouse,
yes.
then why would you go peeping into my phone in my absence because I've stepped out and you can see my phone, you have the password, you can access it, and then you are in faster, checking, and then ukisikia narudi unaiweka
bro,
chini.
I think you're talking about a different thing, because this is the same way. It is like now peeping into wife's wallet and picking an ATM and going to withdraw money without her knowledge. It's the same thing. But if it is open, like this is our phone and this is my phone and that is your phone. If you are my spouse and I come to check your phone, of course you will be having it. I won't just come and pick your phone and start checking.
No, we are
I
talking.
have to ask for permission.
We are talking a situation here whereby your partner goes into your phone because you are absent and she has the ability to access it.
That is stealing.
Okay?
Yes.
She's not stealing.
That is stealing.
She's
You're
only
stealing privacy. You're stealing information. You're stealing. It's just the same way. If I go into maybe a bedroom and then I find my wife has put there some money and I have a problem with the money. I have a money problem, and then I pick that money without telling her. That is stealing.
That's
So
not stealing.
What we are looking
What
at.
I'm talking about is you're just peeping in through the phone, checking
Without her knowledge.
without his or her knowledge, and then ukisikia anakuja unarudisha simu na kujifanya huku.
You see, someone explained integrity as if you are able to actually bring out what you do in secret, bring it into light, or maybe you are doing something in secret and then the light comes up and there was a crowd of people surrounding you, you're okay with it, then that is integrity. So in marriage, we have marriage values that we're supposed always to follow. If you have a spouse, you're supposed to build something called trust.
Yes.
And if we have trust, I don't have a problem with you accessing my phone or myself accessing her phone. I don't see any problem, because if we are accessing this phone and I don't believe that there is a secret that she will be keeping away from. Is it an investment secret? Is it another lover's secret? Why shouldn't I be able to access her phone?
That's why we are talking about what would be the reason that would cause someone to secretly get into the partner's phone without his or her knowledge.
I think
Because these things are happening, bro.
yeah,
We
I
have to
understand.
accept these things are happening.
Yes.
And most of these incidences ambazo zimetendeka zimevunja hata marriages za watu, zimeharibu uhusiano just because such a thing happened. Either because wakati alikuwa anaangalia alipatikana akiangalia and it brought issues na ikaribu that relationship.
Alikuwa naiba.
Or wakati alikuwa anaangalia aliangalia akapata kitu ambacho hakikumfurahisha, labda
Wacha tuseme wakati alikuwa anaiba, because if it is kuangalia and we have built our relationship over time and I am committed to my relationship, my wife is committed to the relationship, she shouldn't be having any problem for me to access her phone. And even her accessing my phone, it is open for her to access. So because we have built a strong foundation over time and we have no other hidden interests or hidden agendas that we'll be hiding in the phones. So it is okay for me to access her phone. It is okay for her to access my phone. It only becomes a problem when one starts that infidelity game. So you get that you start hiding some nitty-gritties. And another thing that you mentioned is when you are going for counseling before marriage and you are told that keep off your partner's phone. That is already a mindset that has been created in you. So walking away from that mindset, and you see the people that are telling you that ni watu wa kanzu, watu wakubwa, watu wenye wako experience. They are telling you out of their experience, but they forget that each and every relationship is unique on its own. So I don't see why they should continue teaching people wakoka nini, and then at the end of the day wanakuambia usiende kwa simu ya
I think they do that for the sake of trust. Okay, they try to discourage in the sense that don't take advantage that hayuko ama ameenda mahali na unaweza pata simu yake uangalie ndani, because that shows there is no trust. So I think they are being told avoid to secretly checking into your
now you've come well. Secretly checking, that's okay. Secretly checking is wrong, because it's just the way if I come even in your private space, maybe you are taking a shower, then I sneak in secretly and you are my partner.
Yes, you're makosa.
If you've not allowed me,
kama ni partner si makosa.
I'll have to ask. Maybe
you cannot sneak into a place where I'm taking a shower and you're my partner na ni makosa. Hiyo sio makosa, niko pale. You are not sneaking in, niko pale.
Thank you. It is the same thing I'm talking about, because you see, even the Bible says when the two come together they become one, and it's just like the one hand. I wish I got that verse where it says when the two come together they become one.
Yes.
Ningekusomea hiyo verse. Inasema hata mkono mmoja ikikuwa na shida, hii ingine no problem.
they supplement or complement each other.
They complement.
Now, you know, we are talking about this because there has been so many incidences whereby ina end up for watu kuumiza wengine just because when you are absent nilipata nafasi kuchungulia simu yako, then I found information which I don't know or which I didn't know, then through the reaction to what I received or what I heard or what I read, inabaki kwamba mtu ameumiza mwingine. Na unaangalia kwamba if singeangalia ile simu before niangalie hiyo simu, we were very happy, we were well in the relationship and everyone was okay, but the moment niliangalia hii simu, shida ilianza, vita ilianza, makasiriko ilianza. If I knew or if one knew that akiangalia hiyo simu anaweza pata vitu kaa hizo na zimnyime hiyo amani na furaha alikuwa nayo, then angeangalia, angeacha tu.
Unajua kitu ina happen over time mtu alisema ama ni mimi ndio nasema saa hii. What happens has already happened. You went to a spouse's phone, then you found some secret information.
Yes.
And then umeipata. Did you react ama ulitafuta a better approach for you to be able to solve whatever the problem? Did you take your time to internalize what has happened or what you found? And then umemwita kando mkajaribu kudiscuss, or you just blew up like a forest fire. So what matters is the approach that you use for you to question or for you to actually have a discussion on what you have found. It's very important than just going there and blowing into a few more fires.
There is nothing like approach here.
It will brew
there is nothing like approach here. The first thing, what approach would you use? And yet first umefanya makosa kuingia kwa simu yangu bila mimi kujua. So utaanzaje kunielezea ulikuwa unafanya nini kwa simu yangu ndio hata upate approach ya kuongelea whatever umepata kwa hiyo simu. So the first thing is, already by you secretly getting into my phone, ushaharibu ground zote za approach, because you need first to explain to me why would you secretly get to my phone without my notice.
You see, take it this way. Nimeenda safari. We have a small room, maybe let's say a single room, and I'm back. nimekuja, nimefika, nimebisha na nimepata viatu za mwanaume zenye si zangu hapo kwa nyumba. Nimezipata na ziko, hata tuseme pia na shati pia imekuwa pale, shati ya color ya red, maybe sio yangu.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
The approach that I'll use, lazima nitauliza hii shati, mimi sina shati kama hii. Ningoje explanation from the person who remained home.
So the first question should be, ni nini ilikufanya mpaka ukaingia kwa simu yangu?
Wacha kwanza
that should be the first question.
I'm giving you an analogy.
No, that analogy listen, that analogy yes. Already vile umesema umepata viatu si zako.
Yes,
okay
yes.
So you are asking about viatu umepata si zako.
Nimezipata
so
in
the
my
question
space.
is
Yes.
Before you get into my phone,
yes.
what triggered you to get into my phone? Whatever triggered you to be kutaka kuingia kwa simu yangu should be the first thing ambao ulifaa uaddress na mimi before getting into my phone.
So does it mean that for example if I was maybe we are just two in the house,
yes,
and then I need to, okay, the phone of my spouse rings, it may ring, should I pick it or should I not pick it? Because that is one of the ways you're accessing your spouse's phone. And sometimes it's a very important information that you need to pass to your spouse, or sometimes you need to take that phone, maybe if she's far away, maybe she's cooking for you mayai, or she's doing for you chapati. Yeah. So you have to be, you need to have that courtesy. You either take it to her, but you'll have seen who is calling. So the kind of conversation that will be there will tell the kind of relationship or the kind of why this person is looking for your wife.
Yes.
So this access of your partner's phone, I'll encourage that it's something that we should actually change our mindset. If we change our mindset, we won't have any infights about the accessibility of other spouses' phone.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Mindset yako ikuwa kwamba kama this is your spouse, if you trust and you love that person, don't go peeping into 1 2 3 unatafuta nini, unaona. If unamtrust na unampenda hivyo vile yako, you know, one thing you have to accept, we are not perfect, okay? We have weaknesses, okay? So if you get to a point uone weakness yangu, let us address the weakness, okay?
Yes.
Don't go now secretly into my phone kwanza kutafuta other things.
So bro, tell me this.
Yes.
You know the current generation, the digital era that we are in.
Yes.
Not everyone can afford a smartphone. And we have scenarios whereby we have one partner who has a smartphone, another one hata labda hana phone. Yeah? And you see, with the kind of information, right now we have a lot of internet around, and I might want to access maybe just an update or getting some updates. And I don't have that smartphone. My spouse has that smartphone. Is it like still? Because that's a luxury that we have in that house.
That's a very different situation. Because listen.
Yes.
Listen. If you want to access my phone, in terms you want maybe to access something online or what, you cannot wait until I'm not in your presence so that you get into my phone. Okay? You will do it in my presence. You will even ask it from me, and you say niaje nisaidie phone, nataka kuangalia something on internet ama nini na nini.
So tell me.
But now the problem comes in when you start going through my phone because I'm absent, because you can access it in my absence, okay?
That is
and your intention and your intention of going into the phone si ati unataka kusaidika kwa internet ama nini.
Yes.
You are going in kwanza kutafuta alifanya, alienda, aliongea, alimessage na.
So kama Biblia imesema tu vizuri, when two come together they become one. What is that one thing that you are hiding from your phone or from your spouse that hawezi ku-access when you are not there? Like hawezi ku-access. What is that one thing you're hiding?
It's not that you are hiding, unaona. Ni ile tu let me say ni ile tu kamsukumo fulani, and then also
wanasemanga ni shetani.
Wanasema wanasingizia shetani, lakini they have made it in their mind. inakuwa ni kamsukumo fulani, either because of maybe peer influence, or the influence your friends or the people that you are with them in that circle. Unapata, let me say for example, a lady in a group, akiwa kwa hiyo group anakuja, wanapiga story, nasikia mwenzake anamwambia mazee, nilikuwa na trust my husband, but juzi tu nilipita kwa phone yake, nilipata message zingine za ajabu.
Unaona, acha nikwambie
now, just a minute now, mimi the other lady hana issue na husband wake, lakini amesikiza history akasema ama pia mimi kunaenda hivyo. So that is being influenced.
Curiosity.
Okay? Yeah. She's curious to check, ama hata huu wangu pia anafanya hivyo. So anaanza kutafuta a way on how to access that phone. So secretly naye anaanza kuchukua, anaanza kuangalia aone kama pia anaweza pata messages kama hizo, ama vitu zingine ambazo zinaweza zenye the husband anaweza kuwa anafanya without her knowledge. But from the beginning things were just okay, and things were vitu zilikuwa zinaenda tu zikiwa poa until amekuwa influenced ama kwa kusikia kwa mwenzake. So some of these things inakuanga tu out of influence. Unaona? Inakuwa tu out of influence, na hiyo curiosity kwamba nataka nijue huyu mtu anafanya nini.
And that's why I said it's about mindset. It's about mindset, because umesikia mwenzako amesema alipata husband na messages kwa simu, so now yeye anaanza kutafuta venye access simu ya the spouse. Why? Because the mindset has been corrupted, and now from the time alikuwa nafikiria my husband is very is a person of high integrity, sasa anaanza kumsuspect, and that is what leads to the problems that we have in the community right now. And if you look at okay, I must admit like 90% of the population hawezi kubali their spouses to access their phones. It's the same narrative that we have. Unasikianga wanasema men are all the same. It's not true. There is a 10% or a 2% of men somewhere or spouses somewhere who are very free to interact with each other's phone, and that is I'm one of them.
Hiyo ni campaign.
It's not a campaign. And if it is a campaign, let me recruit as many as possible. Like I can tell you, if your wife starts accessing your phone, feel free. Yeah, I don't have a problem, because okay, you won't have a problem, because one thing that you accessing your wife's phone or her accessing your phone, one thing that helps your relationship is accountability.
But you know, bro,
accountability. Let me explain accountability.
Yes.
You see, the moment I have access to my spouse's phone, hizo games ndogo zenye zingeanza, most of the time utapata you help each other to knock them away. So it is every time anajuanga I can't make communications that are sensitive, that can actually jeopardize our relationship. So atakuwa almost every time she's sensitive with the phone in terms of the kind of information they're able to share there.
Now, to me it seems that you are advocating for what to access masimu.
Ndio sababu nimekuambia if umesema I'm on campaign, as many as men or women, please allow your spouses to access. Allow your spouses to fall.
Now this brings in another issue.
Yes.
Whereby now, when it gets to that level, whereby now your spouse has access to the phone.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Kuna ile inaitwanga clean up.
Clean up.
Unaosha simu kabla uingie kwa nyumba. And people are doing that because asipo allow iwe accessed, it will be a problem.
For how long will you do the clean up?
You know
kujaga tu siku ya nyani kufa miti yote inateleza, my friend. So you can't hide that for a long time.
These are things that are happening. We are talking about things that are happening.
Yes, I
know.
Yes.
You find mtu kabla ingie kwa nyumba anataka clean up simu, ama unapata mwingine akona simu kando na ile ambayo inakuwa access. Unaona? Na unapata
sijaijua hizi siri. Ama mimi naishi wapi?
Now you are in the controversial truth. That's why kuna vitu zingine haujui, but now it's the reality and it's the truth.
And I appreciate the people who did for me counseling before I got married, because they set a very good platform for me. Maybe it was the old regime, because I think these things are happening mostly in the modern society. Because even Kitambo, there were no phones, and people are living very happily together. So why shouldn't we carry that culture of just being free with everything, everything that we own? It is for us all, and including even the phone, including the money, including, yeah.
For me I believe and I think that kama kabisa kwako uko na amani na uko na furaha, na una feel kabisa you are okay with your husband, you are okay with your wife, the family is faring on well, things are okay, please achana tu na simu, because kwa hii dunia we are living just for the sake of being happy with our families and enjoying the moment. So if you are at that level, achana tu na simu.
What because is that you are enjoying in being secret with your phone that will not allow your spouse to also enjoy? That is the big question. What is that you don't want your spouse to actually follow or get in your phone, that you hide away from him or from her?
You talk like you are from a different planet. And I really don't know if I'm having a conversation with an alien, because this guy is talking like as if haishi hii dunia.
No, bro.
Kujua kwamba kuna vitu zinaitwa mpango wa kando, kuna vitu zinaitwa wa babas, kuna vitu zinaitwa wa mamas, kuna vitu zinaitwa mabentens. Why do you talk as if umetoka kwa planet Mars or Pluto or Moon and you just landed here? So you don't know that these things are affecting families, these things are affecting relationships.
That's why the planet that I live in, I'm just saying Kenya, and I've been with you all along.
And you know these things are happening.
I know they are happening, but
yes.
I'm advocating for that positive marriage values.
Yes.
Because if we are able to hold positive marriage values, and that is integrity, that is trust, that is confidence in your spouse, and that is love, that is absolute love.
Yes.
We won't have this ulabalus about phones and all that. And again, I want to tell men of cloth, please advise these couples when they are going to be married. Don't just tell them ati wakae away from your spouse's phone. That is one of the biggest problems that we are having in the society. Because once you advise your spouse that way, or you're advising young couples, you are creating a very bad mindset about phones and secrecy. So they're able actually to hide a lot of information that becomes toxic over time to the relationship. So we need to encourage these guys to be open and free with any kind of information they have. Because sometimes unapata your spouse amekasirika, haujui maybe ni hiyo information, kuna mtu amecommunicate na yeye na amemkasirisha, wewe umerudi nyumbani umefurahi, we spouse wako na yeye amekasirika.
So uende kwa simu. Maybe. So uende kwa simu uangalie kama amekasirishwa.
If we created that openness from the word go, maybe that could not have happened.
You are talking about an ideal marriage.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
An ideal marriage.
Ideal marriage.
Yes.
And that is what we want to create.
Which is almost too impossible to achieve it.
And that is what we want to achieve. It is everything in this world is possible.
There is a clip that was going around the social media. Ilikuwa ina trend sana. Ilikuwa jamaa alikuwa wedding. And ilikuwa wakati wa kupeana vows. So msa akasema nitakupenda na mali yangu yote na kila kitu. And the man of God akamwambia ongezea hata simu.
That man of God. That is the true man that we need in this
ongezea
society.
Hata simu. You know this guy angeweza kusema hata simu. The only thing he did, alicheka tu na akanyamazia pale. So the marriage officer, the pastor who was yule alikuwa anawaunganisha, akasema kama umekataa kusema mimi nitakuongezea, naongeza hata simu. This means what?
Yes.
We are not living in a perfect world.
Yes,
okay?
Yes.
And we are not what people are experiencing out here is not a perfect marriage. Iko na challenges, iko na shida. We today we can accept that people are cheating. Okay, there is cheating going on in families, in marriages.
I'm not aware.
Yes, from planet Mars, there is no cheating. There is cheating going on in marriages. There is cheating going on in relationships. Okay, so we are not living in a perfect world.
Yes.
Okay, and this cheating inatendeka na watu. Okay, so si ati inatendeka na watu wako single. Cheating haifanywi na watu wako single, inafanywa na watu wako in a relationship.
So what is promoting that cheating?
So
hiyo ku hold simu useme wewe usiwahi shika simu yangu.
Sim does not promote. Sim does not, as in sim is just like a tool along the way, because these people hawakupatana labda because of phone. Okay, a phone is just a tool.
It's a tool.
But why many people, why someone will tell a family or a couple kwamba wachana tuna simu ya your spouse is because there are families that are well off. The relationship is okay.
Yes.
Everything is okay. But kuna kaploti kwa simu kalinunuliwa haukuambiwa. Okay?
Why?
Tulia. Kuna kaploti kwa simu kalinunua hukuambiwa. Unaona? But if you look at your life and your marriage life, it's just okay. You are okay. Okay? And by you secretly getting to the phone na upata hako kaploti, can destroy like everything. Okay?
So,
just a minute, bro.
Unanichoma bro.
Can destroy everything, mpaka ile furaha na amani umekuwa nayo kwa jamii hakuna, to an extent that probably that marriage in a break until mtu anafika pale mbele anasema afadhali singaangalia hiyo simu. I'll still be with my husband, I'll still would be with my wife. Nafikiri I was happy.
Do you know?
Okay?
Do you know?
I was happy.
Yes.
Okay? What I'll say is, if there is any problem, or if you have any concern about trust issues with your spouse, don't go to the phone, address it. Okay? Address it to him that my wife, my husband, I have this concern. Address the issue. Don't go to the phone. Okay?
Thank you.
Because the phone is not going to solve it. The phone might just cause it to explode and you lose your family. Are you getting me? So, if someone gave you an opportunity, okay, to go through the phone and lose your family, or let the phone be and stay happy with the family, what would you choose? What would you choose? No.
Wait.
Give me an answer to that.
Let me tell you.
You have an option to go through the phone.
It will depend. Have we laid a good foundation for this family? Because those kind of secret projects you're talking about, those are the causes of the marriage breakups. Because over time, hakuna kitu utafanya kwa series itoke. Over time, it will come to light one of these days. Even if I check your phone or I don't check your phone, it will still come to light over time. So if we were able to control this early, I check your phone and I get a message that is suggestive, it's the same way I'll question. Because you're talking about we having a problem or having trust issues, I question. The same way if I get any trust issue in the phone, I have to question. I have to talk to you in a manner that suggests I still love you. I found this, but I still love you. I want to get some explanation.
How did you find it? Why?
Because the phone, you are my wife, and the phone is yours, and everything that is yours is mine, and you having everything, me having everything, I'm yours with my phone and everything.
Ufai kuiangalia in my absence.
Ndio nimesema kuangalia in absence, that is stealing. You get? You are stealing.
He's stealing information or he's stealing the phone.
You're stealing privacy of someone. You need also to have respect. You see, if you respect your spouse and you have the confidence in her that I'm talking of her because Misa ni mwanaume, you have confidence in her. Unasema, this is my wife and I trust her. You don't just go poking into her private
So
space.
you agree with me that mtu asiangalie simu ya spouse wake in his or her absence?
In his absence, okay. In secrecy, no.
No.
And also it depends on the kind of foundation you guys
Wacha
have
maneno ya
laid over
foundation.
time.
Wacha na
If you
maneno ya
have never
foundation.
laid any foundation in terms of how to handle phones,
Whether
you need
there
to
are
have a
foundations or
discussion.
no foundations,
You need
okay?
to have a discussion.
Wewe umesema mtu kuangalia simu ya spouse wake in secret, hiyo ni kama wizi.
Hiyo ni wizi.
Okay?
Hiyo ni wizi.
So in simple terms, tunakubaliana kwamba in the absence of your spouse, usiguze simu yake. Whether uko na password ama una password, whether inakuchoma ama haikuchomi, whether umekuwa influenced or not, don't get to your phones or don't go through your phone, your spouse phone secretly. Hiyo tumekubaliana.
Hapana, tukubaliani kwa sababu angalia hapa. Okay, wacha niseme hivi.
Tunakubaliana bro.
If ukienda kwa, for example, niende kwa bedroom, nipate wallet ya wife hapo. Na niko na njaa, nataka kununua maziwa. Si kama kuna 50 bob nichukue, na nitamwambia nimechukua 50 bob, nimenunua maziwa, nimekunywa chai, kunywa kikombe ya chai ndio hii. Kama nikipata ndani something that is illicit, for example, maybe anatumia something that is not encouraged, tamuuliza, hey, why are you using this? I'll need an explanation so that I get to understand and also support her in that line. Ama ni more advice on how we can carry the kind of matter ahead.
Why would you do it in her absence?
Maybe she's not around.
Her?
Maybe ameenda mahali.
So kama hayuko around, unaenda kutafuta wallet yake.
Sasa unaangalia bank zenu ziko.
Unaenda kuangalia wallet yake, uchukue hapo pesa. Wewe uko tuna maneno unatafuta. It remains.
Nakwambia.
Inabaki na itabaki. When she or he is not present, please, usiende kuchokora kwa vitu zake, usiende kuangalia kwa simu yake, usiende kwanza kuchokora kwa wallet yake. If you need anything from your spouse, muambie tu kwamba my husband, my wife, I would wish to use your phone. Obviously utasema unataka kuitumia kufanya nini. Huwezi sema tu nataka kuitumia. Okay? Kama ni wallet, mwambie ningependa nichukue ile ATM yetu ya Cooperative Bank from your wallet. Akuambie mahali iko ama akupe. Either akupe wallet utoe ndani ama akupe ATM. But the moment it happens without his or her knowledge, my friend, that is causing problems, and I can assure you, umepika kitoweo ambayo hutaweza kukikula. Na hata my brother amekubaliana na hiyo maneno.
Mimi kwanza sikubaliani na hayo kwa sababu
kwa nini tena?
Ile kitu nitasema ni hii. First, find out the kind of environment you've created with your spouse. Find out the kind of bond you have with your spouse. Find out over time, have you been able to agree on how to handle phones, both phones, your husband's and your wife's phone? If you guys have not had any conversation there, and you feel like anytime you go to your spouse's phone, they feel uncomfortable, then in respect, you can back off, but have a discussion and find out, why do you get uncomfortable when I touch your phone? It is very important, because some of the things that make us to fail in marriages, it is because that this kind of information that we hide in our phones, if we were able actually to manage the space of the phones and be able to help each other in accountability, then we'll have the best marriages around. So,
why?
Kama haski comfortable, discuss about that discomfort that comes when you touch her phone or his phone. Very important. Usiseme tu na avoid, because if you avoid, you are hiding a lot of information, you are hiding a lot of game skits zenye ziko huku nyuma. So utapata over time it will blow, and it's just a matter of time. Hiyo phone kwa nini unakatalia, itakuja kublow one of these days.
Why would you do it in secret?
Not in secret. I said in secret, that is stealing, thieving.
Sasa, that's exactly what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm telling our viewers and our listeners. Kwamba, if she or he is not present, just don't.
Even the government has what we call auditors general.
Do
In
they
your
do?
family, you
do
should always audit yourselves. Audit your accounts, audit your relationship, audit the values of your relationship, audit your family. And one of the ways to audit, once in a while, just get her uncomfortable, or get him uncomfortable. Take him or her away from that comfort zone. Let her explain why are you getting discomfortable whenever I check on your phone or I touch your phone. It's important. If you want a marriage that holds, it's important for you to do that.
I want to help my viewers because I'm very sure this man is very much happily married, and I can assure you kuna mahali anawaelekeza.
Let me ask you,
mutakuwa masingo.
Wewe kwa marriage yako, do you encourage that?
In my presence?
Yes.
In my presence?
Yes.
Yes. Because in my presence, by the time you pick my phone, I already know what you want to do with it. Because
you already know what
I
what
already
she
know,
wants
because
to do with it.
yes, I'll know what she wants to do with it. Because if she's coming for my phone, she has her phone. Okay? Lazima kuna kitu kwa simu yake ambayo amekosa na anaona kwamba simu yangu inaweza msaidia. So she will come and tell me, my dear, help me with your phone. I would wish to access ABCD. Not just come from nowhere. I'm seated there with my phone and then you pick and go. No.
Why? What
Why
are you
would you
hiding
do that?
in that phone?
Why would you do that?
What are you hiding?
There's nothing.
There's
nothing.
Is there a hyena?
The approach you are taking is obviously going to bring issues, because listen, listen, just a minute. No, just a minute. If you can pick this phone in such a manner, okay, thinking or having a perception that kuna kitu mbaya ndani, okay, already the kind of way, the kind of approach umetumia kuchukua hii simu imeniacha like, okay, yani you mean you don't even trust me? Why would you even do that? Unaona?
That is a monologue in yourself.
Listen, no.
That's a monologue.
Listen to me.
That is a monologue.
You are creating up an issue ambayo you might not be able to sort it out. If you need my phone, do it in my presence. Niaje, can I have your phone? Nataka ku access ABCD. Or by the way, zile picha tulipiga shule za watoi, can I have a look at them? You take my phone, take a look at the photos. Okay?
I mentioned very well.
Okay? But when I'm not present, okay, and then you take advantage of the fact that I'm not present, that's where you are unaikimbia kwenda kuchukua simu yangu. That's a big no. And it's really going, because the moment itakuwa realized kwamba you take advantage of my absence for you to get to my phone, that's already a conflict ambayo itatokea.
I mentioned earlier on, nikasema, it's about the mindset. And it's good you're mentioning the mindset. Because if we set our minds right, mimi neza allow my wife to access my phone. Si ati naweza, she usually accesses, but aki-access, I don't have that
statement.
I don't have that mindset ya kusema ati sasa anaenda kunichunguza. No, because sometimes we work together, so there are many things that we share together, and we are able to we're able to share those gadgets across, including laptops and all that. So what I want to tell guys, set your minds straight. You got someone's daughter, you got someone's boy, you brought into that marriage, amekupea watoi, wewe umemdinga hapo watoi. What is making you not trust him accessing your phone? If he can access your body all over, everywhere, why can't they access your phone? And yet a phone is just an electronic. Why can't they access your phone? You need to ask yourself that question.
Let them access the phone.
Yes.
But not secretly.
Ongeza
your statement.
See.
Ongeza your statement. Let them access their phone, the phone, but not secretly.
Siongezi secretly, because the day you will become sick and unconscious, that phone will be all over. It will be accessed by her.
It's okay.
She will be in custody of that phone.
It's okay. But before we get to that level,
imagine
it should not be done secretly.
Imagine at the point where you are very sick, and you are down, you are sick and down, maybe umepelekwa mpaka ICU, something has happened, and phone iko accessible to her, ama umeweka passwords like 10 so that she can't access, you should be always comfortable for her to access your phone.
Yes, that's why I'm telling you.
Yes.
On your statement, add on not secretly.
Not secretly will not
Thank you.
add.
Wachia hapo.
Let me say, not secretly will not add. I will not add there not secretly, because the day, as I mentioned, the day you will fall sick, the day you will be helpless, your phone haitakuwa secret. It will be open. Every information will be open there, and you need to make hizo secret projects kama hajui zitapotea, so you need to make everything open, and you see everything that I
guys
own,
guys we need to face the reality here.
it is her, it is
we
mine.
need to
So
face
we have to be very sensitive the way we discuss this matter, and we have to sensitize
we need to face the reality. We need to face the reality.
Teach our viewers,
we need to face the reality. I think
they need to open up.
I think you are contradicting yourself, and I'll help the viewers not to get into the mess that you want to get them into, because
you are a wrong prophet.
Because no, I'm not a wrong prophet, and I really love it when the families are happy,
Yes.
when everyone in the family is happy, and life is going on well.
Yes.
But I will tell you for free, and I'll give you this free advice. He is giving us a good advice, but the only problem that he is avoiding is don't do things in secret. The same way anasema kwamba siri zile ziko kwa simu, mbona unazificha?
Yes.
It is the same way inasema kwamba kama wewe unataka kuangalia simu ya mumeo ama mkeo, mbona pia uiweke siri? Iweke waziwazi kwamba kama naangalia simu ya mume wangu ama mke wangu, basi isikue kwamba nachukulia advantage kwamba hayupo ndio mimi nakimbilia kwenda kuchukua simu yake. Do it openly without any secret. Exactly. So that yeye ajue kwamba pia wewe unaangalia simu yake.
Thank you.
Na akijua kwamba at least nimemenlighten, naona is coming up. Akijua kwamba unaangalia simu yake, ikue pia open kile kitu ambacho unaangalia. Isiwe ni kwamba unaangalia na madhumuni fulani ambayo si sawa.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
So avoid secretly accessing your spouse's phone. Avoid, and avoid. Because you will be creating up a conflict that you are not going to be able to manage. If you have any concern or any issue with your spouse over any given issue or any given subject, just address it. But don't go further. Unasema na investigate. Una investigate, my friend, uta investigate. Na mwisho utapata umevunja nyumba yako, umevunja marriage yako, umeharibu uhusiano wako, na unalilia kwa moshi. Wanasema kulilia kwa moshi.
Kwa moshi.
Utalilia kwa moshi mpaka utamani, heri singefanya kile kitendo, ningekuwa salama na familia yangu. Take this from me. Don't do it in secret. Never and ever access your spouse's phone in secret. Unakubaliana?
Wacha niseme ni explain.
Unakubaliana?
Ni explain.
Unakubaliana?
Chance ya ku-explain.
Yes, uko na chance ya ku-explain, but unakubaliana?
Hapana. Wacha nikwambie. The statements umesema vizuri, they are very good. Ume enlighten our viewers and our listeners. But what I want to say is that just the way you've said, do not do things in secret. Like, kama mimi ni access phone, let it be publicly known that I usually access my spouse's phone. Let me know if she accesses my phone. Because once we have that, we are able to actually make it open, like I get used to it. So it's a culture that we create over time. And the reason why I support that we should always be open with our phones, with our spouses, we need to understand. Make sure you understand your spouse. Look at the feeling that they have every time that you access their phone. Anasikia kuoga, anasikia kukasirika, ana react, or what happens. If this partner a negative reaction towards your accessing of his or her phone, you need to have a discussion. You need to talk about it, solve the problem that is there, because you might find that it is just something that mnahitaji kudiscuss and it ends. Because if I'm free with my spouse's phone, utapata hata si access, lakini akianza kuficha, unapata that urge now comes that I want to access her phone, because I'm curious to know what is this spouse hiding from me. Is there any secret games that she's trying to play around so that I'm not able to access this information she fears that I'll access, or he fears that I'll access this information? So one of the ways to enhance a relationship, one of the ways to enhance your marriage and love is to have an open communication.
Yes.
Everywhere. Openness everywhere.
Openness everywhere.
Yes.
Including not accessing your spouse's phone secretly.
It is openness. You have to be open.
Open.
Anytime you
so
have to
if
be
you
open.
want to access your spouse's phone, let it be known. Not secretly.
If I access my spouse's phone and she knows I usually access, it is not secret. It is not secret at all. I don't see any problem.
Let it be known. That's what I'm insisting on. Let it be known that you are accessing the phone. Okay? And if possible, let it be known what purpose.
Just get to understand.
Because the moment it happens na mtu asijue ni nini unatafuta kwa simu yake, we are human beings and we have our own independent thoughts. Okay? I'll think anything.
You see, the moment we are courting, or the moment we are, you see, there is dating and courting, and when we are courting, we are trying to establish a relationship. So this kind of relationship we are trying to establish is one that can lead into a marriage.
Yes.
And that is the time when we are supposed to be learning our spouses. That is the time when we are supposed to be understanding the kind of your spouse is. Is it a person that wants the privacy to the phone? If you understand that this is a spouse that wants privacy to their phone, then take it at that stage and don't transfer into, once you get into marriage, you start checking their phone. It will be a problem. But if you are able to iron out these things early during the courting, unamwambia tu, okay, you discuss about it. Am I free to access your phone, or it is, because these are some of the topics that never come up. They never come up when you are courting, and then when we get into the marriage 1 year, 2 years down the line, it brings a problem. So if we are able to talk about it early enough before hata tuingie kwa hiyo marriage, then we will find the best way to handle phones in the marriages without hiding anything. So simu ya your spouse, whether to access or not to access, it depends the way you nurtured your relationship into the marriage. So make sure you understand your spouse ako sawa wewe ku access phone yake. Aya, kama ako sawa, it means you've been cultivating that culture over time. Haimwezi amka tu siku moja and then mmeanza ku access phone za mwenzako, phone ya mwenzako without their knowledge. It will bring a problem. But if you've cultivated that culture over time, it is no problem.
Thank you. He has said something very important. Let it be a cultivated culture.
Yes.
And if it is a cultivated culture, then that means it's not going to be secret. It's going to be an open thing that I know my wife accesses my phone.
Yes.
I know, according to our culture, in our marriage, we don't get in touch with any others each other's phone. Kila mtu ako na simu yake.
Yes.
Okay? So whether mmekubaliana mtu asishike simu ya mwenzake ama mmekubaliana kwamba mtu ashike simu ya mwenzake, let it not be in secret, or let each one of you not take advantage of the absence of the other for him or her to take kuangalia simu. Kama ni kuangalia simu, wacha ijulikane kwamba unaangalia na unaangalia nini. Na kama mmetengeneza culture ya kuangalia simu, then there is no big deal.
There
You
is
guys
no
have
big
already
deal.
established that.
Yes.
So you can continue doing what you
So
do.
you have to put it
Even
over the foundation, on the foundation level, so that it grows into the marriage as well.
so kwa marriage vows waongeze simu.
Hapana, that is being very literal, but it is something that nyinyi wenyewe mna cultivate, because hata pastor hawezi kucreatea, hata nani hawezi kucreatea. You can only get the teachings, and then now it is up to you to choose whether you go with the teachings or you want to adopt them into your culture, marriage, or you want to leave it out of your marriage.
Thank you.
It is something that is hard, but if you get used to it, it becomes a plus to your marriage.
I think this has been a great conversation, and I think we have to end it at this point. And I think as our viewers and listeners, I believe you've gotten something out of this.
Yes.
This gadget, let it be part of your conversation in the marriage. Don't leave it out, because it has become part of our lives, and it carries a lot in regards to our families, in regards to our jobs, in regards to our growth and development as a family. So, what's your last word, bro?
My last word, I'll say, I have so many last words, but for today, because of time, I'll say that viewers and listeners, just cultivate that culture at the earliest stage of your marriage. It's important, because if you are able to create it early enough, you won't have a problem with it carrying it into the marriage. Because the reason why we say that I should not access my spouse's phone, it is because of a simple thing. There is something that you are hiding from your spouse, or there is kind of information you don't want your spouse to access. But why? That is the question that we asking here. Why? Why hide something from your spouse? And yet everything that you're doing together, it is something that will benefit your marriage and your family. When we come together as a couple, we are building for our family. And if we are building for our family, we have to accumulate enough for us to be able to help other people. So every information that comes to your ears and comes to my ears, it should interest each and every one of us. So tusaidiane, because accountability is a very important thing in marriage, not just in the relationship, but also in other things, in resources and all that. So angalia simu ya spouse wako, kama amekubali ama kama mmekubaliana over time to access. Over time, I'm saying over time because it is not something that mtaingia tu kwa marriage alafu hamjakuwa mkiaccess, and then sasa ujipate umeanza kuangalia simu ya mwenzako, italeta vita. So take time to cultivate that culture of checking or being free with each other's phone over time. Take time to create it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Brother Tony. That has been a very good encouragement, and I believe, do I say young couples out there? I believe couples or
Not
people,
just young, all of them.
all the couples out there and people who are in a relationship, you've gotten something
Yes.
out of this. As he said earlier, we bring you teachings, but it's upon you to choose if you're going to learn something out of this and build your relationship to a better life, or you will overlook all this and do things in your own way. Above all, we just wish that we can have a peaceful marriage and a happy marriage, because marriage is the foundation of everything. Marriage is the foundation of the church. Marriage, family is the foundation of a nation, and it is the foundation of our society. So whatever we do within our marriages, if we do things right in our marriages, then we'll have a good society, we'll have a good nation, we'll have a good church.
Yes.
And I repeat, and I'll say as my parting shot, you as a couple have the right to access each other's phones or whatever else. But he has said, let it be a build-up culture. And I'll add on and say, don't do anything in secret. Let your spouse know what you're doing. Whether it is privately, a private project, whether it is something on your phone, whether it's something on your laptop or computer, whether it is your wallet or whether it's your finances, whatever. Let it be open. And this will build trust, and this will build a good relationship. It has been the controversial truth, and here now we have the truth, which is don't do things secretly. Let it be open, and you'll have a good marriage, a good life, a good relationship. I've been your host, Mr. Max, together with my brother Charlton.
Yes.
It's been a great time having you, and we appreciate for your continued support, and we believe we'll be bringing you even more and more as we learn and grow together. Thank you.